Hi, so here I am trying to show the capabilities of Cartesium AI intelligence platform at the edge. Cartesium is officially a partner of ST microcontroller ecosystem, and with this demo I am going to show the capabilities of this platform. So first of all, I have a Nucleo board connected with my laptop, and I am going to program it for a 3-axis accelerometer, which will give me output of 3 uh, XYZ axis, and I am programming it using embed online compiler, which is for Nucleo board. I will show the Nucleo board which is connected here. So I have connected this Nucleo F401RE, and the process is very simple. I just need to the program is already written, which will give accelerometer data on 3 axis, and it should give a space uh, 3 spaced XYZ values. So here is this bin file generated, and I just need to cut and paste it on the Nucleo, uh, drag and drop. Here it is, node. I just need to paste it, and as soon as I'm pasting it is programmed, and it will close automatically and it will restart again. After that, I am opening here the COM port, and I will connect, and as you can see, the 3 XYZ values are coming on this serial port. So here now till now the sensor is configured to give the values on through the controller microcontroller board, and I will now switch to the Cartesium AI platform. So this is how the Cartesium AI Nano Edge AI Studio looks like, and here I just need to create a new project from here. I just need to choose the 3-axis accelerometer, then I need to choose the target from here. So my target is Nucleo F401RE Cortex M4. Maximum RAM which I want to allow to my model, I have given it to KB. I will give some project name. It's like Cartesium Excel test demo. Project description is accelerometer testing, 3-axis accelerometer AI, and now I will just create this. After creating, I just need to choose the signal which is going to this is like a regular signal. So as my device is sitting idle here, I need to choose from here, and I am choosing the signal from serial port. So it is serial port COM9, and baud rate is 9600 and maximum 200 lines, and uh, dynamically I can decide how many lines I want to record from here. So as you can see, the number of lines is coming here, and I will uh, I will just select uh, like 30 number of uh, inputs from this sensor, and after that I will stop it from here, and as you can see, now it is like regular signal, so I am not changing the uh, mm, the sensor. I didn't lift or change the sensor. So now validate I import, and now it is trying to see whether the data came properly. So yes, the data came properly here, and you can see the x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis, all the 3 axes, the values are coming properly. It's like in this range. Then we need to go into this abnormal signal. I need to choose signal. Again, I have to select from this serial port, and now I will record the values, but I will also give the anomaly, or I will change the signal values by changing the orientation of this accelerometer. So here I have started, and now I am changing. I am just moving my accelerometer in different directions. So I am just doing like up, down, up, down, up, down, like this. I'm just taking the accelerometer up and down, up and down. So just to see how the values are coming, and I am trying to give the model a learning uh, data. So now 30 values are captured here, and once again I am going to validate the import. I think some problem happened here because of these two minus points. So this is one problem. I think I need to reset it, and then again I have to capture this signal. Because of this two minus, it may give some problem. So here once again I'm trying to capture the signal of anomaly, and let's see how it comes. So I think now this time it came properly, and I am just putting the accelerometer in up and down, and let's see how the values, how the data it can able to detect in order to learn and do something out of it. So it's like I am trying to train the model, and just as 30 signals will be completed, I will stop it. So here this time I think there is no value. So see how if there are any abnormal signal, then it directly you cannot validate it, but now it's the validate import is like highlighted. So this time abnormal signals are again, it came and it's all validated. So now I need to optimize and benchmark the signal, and so here I'm starting optimizing and starting the benchmark here, optimize and benchmark, and with two signals it is, let's see how the data it is coming, and we will get the best optimization and benchmarking possible. It will also give the results of how much RAM is needed for this training model to be needed, the confidence, and then the balanced accuracy, how much it is. So it is still going on till this benchmark state is in progress. So let's see. The confidence is 14%, 49, 29%. RAM requirement is still 1 KB, and benchmarking is still going on. And let's see how useful the data is coming from there. So you can see the distributed, the percentage of cross similarity and signal uh, it is able to detect. Abnormal signals is coming in red, regular signals are like 100% as it is, and abnormal signals it is able to differentiate as red. uh, red values are all are abnormal signals. So almost like once it is 100%, it will be completed. So yeah, it is done now, 10 iterations, and it is done. uh, so it will directly, now it can give us the files which is required for deployment, and one benchmarking is done. So one cool feature of this platform, this Nano Edge AI Studio, is that we can use this emulator also to directly emulate the behavior of this model on the controller using this emulator tool. So I will show how it works. So here is initialize emulator, and here serial data. I just need to uh, put it in learning mode. So this is like learning, and in learning I am uh, keeping it as it is, and so I will capture here like 16 or just 20 signals, that's it. And I will go to detection now, and again I will start this thing, and you can see like it is what I did in learning is that I put the thing is as normal, and as soon as I am moving this sensor, it is going in like 45%, or how much the percentage of deviation is there from there, then it is able to like detect. Once again I will just stop it, and in learning what I will do is I will put it up and down, and I will check in detection whether it is able to detect whether this up and down thing is similar or it's different. So I am starting this learning thing, and I am doing the sensor up and down, and I am trying to uh, make this platform learn this behavior, this learning thing. I will take 20 iterations. So now 20 is done, and now I will go to detection, and I will start it. And now like I am putting it idle, and now I am giving it like up and down. So in up and down also I don't see any changes, like it is 100% same as it is. But if I will keep it at rest position, or if I will like move it like more frequently here and there, so you can see now I'm moving it across. So in across position it is sometimes it is going negative, like red percentage is coming. But if I'm doing up and down, it is 100% similar values are coming. So in this way it is able to like learn the pattern and recognize the anomaly in on the go. It is kind of. So finally I have this library. So if I will just compile it, and development version I can download. So let's see what the output file actually comes. So here I have downloaded it, and now I will go in that. Here it came, demo 2, just now I did, and I will extract it here, just to all. So you can see that .a file is generated, one JSON file is generated, .a and .json, and this nano edge header file is generated. Three files are generated which can be directly integrated into my firmware development. So hope this demo gave some useful insight of how this Cartesium AI Nano Edge AI Studio works. Thanks.